Alright y'all, it's time for the Suit of Wands. So the Suit of Wands is all about creativity. It is your heart energy. It is your soul expression. So the Wands are a fire suit. Okay, and I actually wore this red dress today because I didn't have any orange dresses. I really thought, oh, I'll just wear something orange for my videos on the wands, and then I was like, yeah, I don't own any orange things. I also realized I don't own any yellow things. But I figured this is good enough. This red dress is kind of cool. So there we go. I'm wearing red. So anyways, back to the point of my story. The Suit of Wands is so much about creativity, your heart expression, your heart's joy, what brings you happiness, what gives you fulfillment and excitement on a soul level, right? Like what your passions are, what you're like, oh, I'm so excited to do that, right? Like I'm going to go and get started on that as soon as possible. So this can mean your hobbies. It can mean maybe something that you do in your business that you're so passionate about, or maybe some part of your job that you just love and it's the best thing ever in life. It could be, you know, whatever it is that lights your fire, basically. So the Suit of Wands deals with not only your passion and creativity, but also how you manage that energy, how you use that energy, how it flows through your life, how it affects your life, and how it affects other people in your life. Okay, so Wands is all about the fire energy. So let's move into the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands typically has a hand coming out of the clouds holding the wand. Usually there's a small little castle that is on the ground below, and this one does indeed have the castle. Okay, so as I move into the Ace of Wands, the first thing that I notice and the first thing that I see is it's the very beginning, right? The Ace cards are always the very beginning of something. And so, you know, the Ace of Wands is going to be the beginning of a creative project or the beginning of a creative idea. Something that is starting to spill forth from your heart, from your essence, right? From your joy. Something that you are really creatively passionate and excited about. The other thing that comes into my mind as well is this is a creative project that's just starting, right? So I do see the image of like a sapling just coming out of the ground. So it's a very young idea. It's a very new creative, passionate idea or a creative, passionate project of yours. It is not the old oak tree, okay? It's not even a teenage tree. It's a sapling, right? It has just been planted. It's just birthed out of the ground. So it's very, very much in its new stages, right? Wands are always the very early or first stages of something. So what this is showing me is that the idea has just come forth. The creative musings have just come forth. You're at the very beginning of your creative journey or your creative project. So this is the stage where there's all the enthusiasm and then there's the excitement and the happiness and you're like, oh my goodness, this is the best thing ever. And then you want to share it with the other people around you and you want to talk about it and you're like excited about it and you want to brainstorm, right, of all the cool things that you could do or you could make or how you could expand. So it's so much about like a lot of forward movement. And in my body it feels like a quick energy, like a moving energy of like oh my goodness, I'm so excited, like I can't wait to get started. Like you can't even focus on maybe like eating lunch because you'd actually rather go work on the project, right? You can't focus on like maybe having to go to work or something because what you really want to do is focus on your project. You want to focus on your creativity. You want to focus on all of the like creative musings that are pouring forth from you. So something that I really like about the the Robin Wood Tarot is that in this card we have inside the wands, it looks like a DNA. And I love that because I feel from this card, you know, that the creative musing, the joyful, passionate inspiration that's coming forth is from the core of you. It's from your DNA, it's from your higher self, it's from your intuition, it's from your gut. So that's another thing that I want to bring up. This is not about something your mind thinks you need to be doing. This is about that intuitive gut desire, inspiration, passion project. Like it's from in here. It is not from up here, okay? So I want to go into the Radleigh Valentine Doreen Virtue cards as well as I go through this series because I'm sure a lot of you guys probably have those cards too. So I kind of want to show like a big wide swath of different cards because the imaging can be a little bit different. So this is the Archangel Power Tarot cards, a gift of passion, opportunity, inspiration, the chance to do something amazing, a sense of wonder. Okay, and you have Gabrielle right there. The next one is Ace of Fire, an exciting new opportunity to career advancement, change your life now. And you can see the fairy is sitting there among all of the flowers. The next one is the Ace of Spring, with another fairy outside with the trees. It's time to take action, be fearless, happily pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunity. Okay? Alright, perfect. So I'm a goofball. I forgot. We need to do the Ace of Wands reversed. So let's go into that energy flipped. So the Ace of Wands, upside down, is going to be, to me it feels like my creativity stifled. Like the first thing it does is I go in here, like I go into my heart first, and I feel like, ugh, like I can't express my creativity, or I can't allow it to flow out, or I'm not allowed to take the first step of something. It feels to me a little bit like emotional congestion, if that makes sense, like some sort of it almost makes me want to like cough it out. You know how when your chest is congested and then you cough it out and you're like, oh, it feels so much better, right? So the reversed Ace of Wands feels to me like I just need to like cough up, I need to release, I need to let go of any sort of like stagnant energy that is stopping me from taking my first step, that's stopping me from initially allowing my creativity to pour forth, that is anything that's stopping me from allowing creativity to be planted and allowing creativity to grow. So someone in this state might feel very well, maybe not very, but a little bit frustrated, like I'm just not sure what first step to take, or I'm not quite sure how to do that. And that generally is from some sort of like disconnection, like you feel like you're in, how do I put it? Some sort of stagnant energy, and because you're kind of in the stagnant energy, focusing on the stagnant energy, of course, just creates more stagnation. So if I was in this sort of upside down Wands energy, I would be like, okay, I'm going to let go of the stagnation. I'm going to release it. I'm going to move through it. I'm going to move through the congestion. I'm going to move through the I'm not really sure. I'm going to step into the other side into clarity. And then from clarity, it feels to me like I'm going to let the sun shine down. And when I'm going to let the sun shine down, I'm going to connect it to myself. And when I connect to myself, I'm going to it'll allow my creativity to come through, right? So anytime you have this sort of energy going on, it is an invitation to make a new choice, to bring the energy back into this, where creativity flows and creativity is coming forth. Because this is about creativity feeling stagnant, feeling like you can't move forward, and feeling like you're just like, how do I move forward? What do I do? Well, what you do is you choose, you set your intention, you like kind of move the congestion out of the way, and you choose clarity, you choose to receive insight from your higher self, and you choose to be in your body basically, and to allow yourself to receive what it is that you need to receive. Another thing from this upside down Ace of Wands that I get is it might feel to you like there are kind of other things in your life that are stopping you from like stepping out in some creative endeavor. Like maybe you have too many responsibilities at home, or you have too many responsibilities at work, and they make you feel kind of tired and kind of like, oh, I don't have energy for that. And so like you don't get started on your project because you're afraid that like if you get started on your project, then you won't have any energy left, okay? And what I have to say about that is that, you know, moving into your creative energy and allowing it to flow forth gives you energy, right? It allows the energy to flow through. It allows you to feel better, and it allows you to feel uplifted, and it allows you to feel supported, right? When you don't allow your creativity to flow, right? When you don't allow it to move through you and move forth, you don't feel filled up, you don't feel happy, you don't feel supported, you don't feel good in your body. And it just keeps perpetuating the feeling of feeling tired and feeling drained. So even if you have outside responsibilities, other things that you need to focus on, you know, adding your passion, creative energy, and allowing it to flow forth isn't going to make you feel more drained. In fact, it's going to make you feel more filled up, okay? So even if it's just 10 minutes, even if you just make a commitment of 20 or 30 minutes a day. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to set an alarm, and I'm going to do what makes me feel good. You'll find that you're very uplifted from that 30 minutes, and you'll actually stop feeling so drained from maybe other things that are going around, that are happening in your life, that are constantly making you feel tired and drained because you've got to do all these things that you don't feel like doing all the time, right? So the 10, the 20 minutes, the 30 minutes, the hour is going to make a difference of allowing your creativity to flow, of choosing to allow your passions, your creativity to come out. So if you are in the energy of the upside down wands, your job is to allow your creativity to flow. Your job is to choose the Ace of Wands upright. Your job is to make out space for your creativity. And your job is to do the thing that nourishes you, fills you up, and makes you feel good. Okay? All right. Now let's go into the Two of Wands.